I'm backing Young Britain. Are you?
Sweet. Well, what about taking something that's been around for over 100 years, something like a teddy bear, and combining it with the kind of technology that children find all around them? Children have got digital cameras, iPods, mobile phones, all around them, and this technology is going to become mainstream in the future for them. So what about an iTeddy? If I can just take a moment to introduce you to iTeddy. iTeddy brings the teddy bear into the 21st century.
It was a fantastic pitch. He was very precise, concise, to the point. I'll match Peter's offer, but mine's conditional.
Okay.
And it's conditional that the pattern stands up.
I'm a little uncomfortable with the amount of equity we're looking at here. If we can maybe look at 17.5% each, that's something that I would be prepared to do.
I actually really enjoy it when people come back and negotiate. You got a deal, Mark, son.
And the great thing about it is you can actually take the disc out, so it almost becomes your first media player.
It becomes a separate thing, doesn't it?
Exactly. We've had interest from all around the world, and we did an exclusive deal with Argos as the UK's top toy retailer, and they've listed it as a hot toy to have for Christmas and beyond.
And this guy here, I've got to say, has been one of the most impressive people I have ever had the fortune to actually work with. Whenever he's been told something, before I could actually finish, he's actually disappeared from his chair and he's already doing it.
I think that shows the level of Peter and Theo's commitment, that they are happy to actually dress up as the product iTeddy themselves and show their confidence and the fun that they're having as well with it.
With a big smile as well.
It was a really good business opportunity, and we grasped it with both hands. It's been superb. We manufactured it. It was a huge success, and I can tell you, the level of royalties that we're going to receive for this year alone is an astronomical figure, which will make Imran even more wealthier than he already is now.
Today I'm on my way to the unveiling of our 2008 campaign. I've no idea what it's going to be like, but they're very creative, so I'm sure it'll be very exciting.
Theo, Peter and Imran have signed a lucrative distribution deal with a leading toy manufacturer and say their product will now be on sale in 45 countries.
I really like it. What it does very, very well is it communicates all the main features in such a short space of time. That's what I was most worried about. It's very concise, it's snappy, and I think that jingle's really going to catch on as well.
He is Dragon's Den's first investment millionaire. Theo and I are ecstatic about the success of that.
I've got no doubt whatsoever that one, we'll probably do something together again, and two, he'll carry on being successful, and this will not be it for him, man.
About 12 months ago, we had a piece of paper with a picture of iTeddy on there. 12 months later, we're in over 40 countries around the world. We're going to be doing millions of pounds worth of turnover this year. We've got this fantastic medium called the internet that opens up all sorts of new avenues that you can look at. It's so important when you're starting off not to fear failure, and some of the greatest entrepreneurs I know, they've made more mistakes than they'll ever admit to, but in every mistake they've learned an important lesson. We've almost created a computer on wheels at the moment. We just got to try and think that through a little when we're brainstorming later on. You can embed the lights in there as well, because that's not going to change. I definitely don't think that the Bright Sparks will have come up with anything as technical as we have. There's no way I'm standing at that bus stop getting my Armani suit wet. The single most important advice I'd give to somebody who's pitching is make sure you've done your homework. Research is king. I will be working with some of the professors and working with them on commercialising some of these great ideas that are coming out of the university. And I think one of the most important things for entrepreneurs, people often say, never give up. And I think what's more appropriate is to say, know when to give up, because I think too often entrepreneurs can become very sentimental and emotionally attached to their business or to their ideas, even when they've realised that there is no end game or it's become a futile exercise. because they are sentimental or emotional, they can't walk away from it. And you need to know when to walk away from a business or a concept or an idea.
Imran's a great speaker, you know, he's a great example for a lot of people. He's raised finance in the most public forum possible, through Dragon's Den. But that's not his only string to his bow. He's got a lot of successful businesses. He runs a portfolio of them across a range of sectors, and truly is a serial entrepreneur, and people always love to hear from serial entrepreneurs.
Make sure that you surround yourself with all the necessary information to give yourself the best chance of success. Because in the current climate, in this day and age where information is all around us, you have no excuse for not having the necessary information, and it gives you that competitive edge. The second thing I'd say is take that first step. Just take those first few steps. It's amazing how you gather a little bit of momentum, and before you know it, you're on a roller coaster ride to success.
I did have the good intentions of putting together a speech, and I was speaking to Terry, who was sitting next to me just a little earlier. I realised I wasn't all that important, because Terry had somebody who's been preparing his speech for 3 weeks, and I had to do mine on the car ride over here. So it's good to know how the other half live.
If there was one tip you were going to give to your 21-year-old self, what would it be? One, practice. You know, try again, be tenacious, be persistent. Also, make sure you surround yourself with as much information as you can so you reduce the risks of making mistakes, so that you stack the cards in your favour.
If you woke up this morning with more health than illness, if you got food in your refrigerator, clothes on your back, and a roof over your head, and a place to sleep, then you are richer than 75% of this world. And then if you have money in the bank, in your wallet, and some spare change lying around somewhere, if you possess a computer, then that puts you in the top 2% of the world's wealthy. Now, do we really have that much to worry about? When you look at it from that perspective, you know, it's not that bad after all. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much, Imran Hakim.